What is going on, guys? It's your boy Ghostface here, back again with a video. Today, ladies and gents, we're playing some more Call of Duty World War II, and I should probably say World War II loading screen servers down simulator, because that's all I'm getting nowadays. Currently, I'm kind of making a video in between the servers being down. That's how bad it is. I'm sort of using the servers being down as my downtime between grinding. Because that's the only time I have right now to actually like make videos, because I'm grinding this game all day 24/7 this whole weekend up until I got to go to school on Monday. So I'm really just trying to get as much gameplay as I can and level up as much as I can. I'm going to try and get to Prestige 1, maybe Prestige 2. I doubt that's going to happen though, but we can try. Overall, I love this game so far, man. In my first video I really didn't talk that much because I was so dead tired. Like, I did an all-nighter the first night it came out. Even though the servers were down, I was just on all Friday, even though the servers were down, and I had to wait till like 3 a.m. They were supposed to come out, the game was supposed to come out at 12, which it did, but the servers weren't up until like 3 a.m. So I had to stay up for 3 hours just sitting, waiting, pressing it over and over again, trying for the game to start. And by the time I got on there, motherfuckers like YouTubers are already at Prestige like 2. Like, it's ridiculous. But we're not going to talk about that. Overall, this game's fun. I like it, and also I really dislike certain parts about it. Overall, Call of Duty World War II has the potential to be the greatest game since Black Ops 2, in my opinion. I feel like there's a lot of things in World War II that I like and a lot of things that I dislike, and that's fine. I mean, I don't have to like every single thing about the game. There's not a single Call of Duty where I like every single thing about the game. I really feel like there needs to be a balance between that, you know? And I mean, it's fine for me to rage at the game and whatnot. It just can't be unplayable. And I feel like a certain part of World War II, to me, is unplayable. And that's, I want to say, about 3 out of the 9 maps that I have. I don't have Quarantine because I don't have the season pass. So basically, a third of the maps in World War II to me are unplayable, and that is Flak Tower, Gustav Cannon, and USS Texas. And the reason behind that is not because of the visuality of it, okay? It has nothing to do with the aesthetics. Bottom line, World War II's graphics are amazing, and every single map looks like, the minute you look at it, like, it looks fantastic. The first game I played for the full game of Call of Duty World War II, my first full game was on USS Texas. And when I first loaded up the map and I saw the loading screen, I was like, wow, it looks fantastic. And then I played it, and I was like, wow, it looks fantastic, but it plays terrible. It was a really big disappointment, I'm not gonna lie. I like the verticality of it, I like the different levels, but at the same time, the map is so long. It's sort of like that map from COD 4 that I don't even want to say. You guys can just guess what map I'm talking about. It's really similar to the USS Texas, but it takes place during the night, and it's on a boat, and it's really long, and it enforces camping, and so does USS Texas. A lot of people just camp in the back with ARs and snipers, and that's hard for me because in this game, as you guys can tell from my last video, which was in the Ardennes Forest, and in this video, I use the PPS-H a lot, as well as the grease gun. I use the Type 100 a little bit. Mainly my 2 weapons right now are the WAF and the PPS-H though, so for me, when I go on a map like USS Texas, or Gustav Cannon, or Flak Tower, again, basically any map that's way too big pretty much for a Call of Duty game, I get pissed. And in my opinion, Gustav Cannon and USS Texas specifically are way too big for Call of Duty maps, in my opinion. I feel like I'm running into another problem like the way I felt with Call of Duty Ghosts, where certain maps were just unplayable for me because of the simple fact that they were too big for my playstyle. I feel like Call of Duty, the pace of Call of Duty is way too fast to have big maps, in my opinion. I think that the biggest maps you should have are maps like Raid. Like, anything bigger than Raid is just ridiculous in size. Like, if you guys play Raid from Black Ops 2, that was like the perfect size map for Call of Duty. This is another map, Sainte Marie. I like this map, I really do. This is one of the only maps that weren't in the beta that I actually enjoy. I feel like I might have said this in my last video, but I feel like the beta maps were the best maps in the game. Aachen, Pointe du Hoc, Ardennes, Gibraltar. Those are the four best maps in the game. They still are. But Sainte Marie is definitely better than, in my opinion, it's better than Pointe du Hoc, and it's better than Aachen. But a lot of the other maps in the game I really can't play that often. I just really rage a lot, and I feel like that's just not good. The amount of maps that we have in this game is too low for me to not like 3 maps. That is a third of the game pretty much, and basically I'm skipping a third of my matches. Literally every time I see Gustav Cannon, I vote against it. Fun fact, a lot of people don't know how to vote for these maps, I guess, because for some reason every time I vote for a map to be skipped, it actually gets skipped, and it's not because everybody agrees with me, it's because nobody knows how to change it. You just press the right trigger and then you like literally click on the map that you want to fucking pick for that game. It's like any other Call of Duty. I know the menu is a little bit different and the loading screens are really long, so some people don't even get out of their game in order to pick the next map or change their classes or anything. I know there is an issue with that. I go through it too sometimes, but when I do get to pick that map that I can change, I definitely change it because I don't want Gustav Cannon and I don't want USS Texas. If you guys agree with me, leave a like. If you hate Gustav Cannon or USS Texas or even Flag Tower, I think Flag Tower is a good competitive map, but for pubs, it is trash and it enforces camping, so I just don't like it. Big maps in Call of Duty have never been a thing for me. I feel like you should just leave the big maps to Battlefield. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I just don't think that Call of Duty's pacing nowadays is right for big maps, in my opinion. Especially for World War II. I mean, this game is really SMG dominated. I'm not gonna lie. Aside from those 3 big maps that I named over and over and over again, this game's really SMG dominated. The SMG class is the best class in the game, hands down. And there are a lot of Call of Duties that are like that. But with World War II, a lot of the maps are medium to small size. And when it comes to those ant farm maps, you get dominated by shotguns and SMGs. Mainly the WAF, the PPSH, and I'm gonna argue and say the Thompson, but mostly the PPSH and the WAF is what I see. And I can probably pick up as much ammo as I want for the PPSH and never die because that's how many people are using it. I don't want to say that it's because it's overpowered. It's more because of the fact that the maps are so situational. A lot of the gunfights that I get into are indoors in tight course buildings like this building that I'm in right now. So I'm easily gonna dominate, except for right then where I died to a fucking PO8. Like how? How does that happen? Yo, the servers need to get fixed, man. I'm telling you guys. The connection in this game fucks up my KD. I'm not gonna lie, I should have like a 2.5 KD in this game because my shot's really good, but the connection just fucks me up. I don't know why, but I don't know why. That's another thing I want to complain about. And like I said, this is not a rant channel or anything like that, but why the fuck am I already having connection issues in this game? I know. This is probably the most amount of players playing Call of Duty we've had in about 2 or 3 years, okay? So that's why the servers are struggling. The servers are struggling because people are actually playing the game now. When Infinite Warfare came out, the servers were completely smooth because nobody was on them. Nobody was on that shit. The COD 4 servers, the MWR servers were probably more struggling than IW because of the simple fact that more people were playing it. When you have less players on the servers, it's easier to like maintain that. But World War II, there was so much hype. I know for a fact there were millions and millions of people who wanted to play this game on midnight the minute it came out, and that put stress on the servers. A lot of stress. The minute it came down for the East Coast to get this game, everything died. And I mean, that's a good sign and a bad sign. I feel like they should have prepared for this because they saw the pre-order sales and they saw how much hype this game had. They knew it was going to do well. But at the same time, I can understand why they weren't so prepared. They haven't been prepared for this amount of players in a long, long time. Overall, though, guys, I feel like the map designs they picked for certain maps really aren't the best. A third of this game is unplayable to me. I'm sorry, it really sucks to say that, but until the DLC season, I don't like the maps that much in World War II. Some of these maps are amazing, some of them are terrible. What do you guys think? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please sure to smash that like button, subscribe as always. Check out all my other recent videos. And all the way, guys, it's been Brick Ghost Ace here, YouTube. I will see you fucking later.